Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today the cows are on Judy Farm right here by the house, and we've got, there's the shop that Mo's helped us build this fall. But this is there's 300 head of South Poles here. That's cows, calves. There's some steers in there, yearling heifers. Just a whole menagerie of stuff. And they're on our rock skirt over there on that pond. This is the pond that Johnny built. I guess it's been 3 years now. We put a rock skirt in it. I love the rock skirts. It just gives them limited access where they can't muck it up. They can't climb off into the pond. Anyway, this is our winter stockpile. So we have a road going through here. This is where we did all that work when we were trenching in those water lines. You can see, you know, you're gonna drive through the stockpile, and we had to with this different implements. Pick one path. Don't be going all over the place, because otherwise the whole field looks like this. It'll come back. The ground was super hard when we did it. Oh, look at all those calves back there running. We've got let's see, 1, 2, across the road, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we got the bottom down there. 6, 7, 8. I think Isaac's got it measured out. We're gonna have a cattle drive next week, like Tuesday, and we're gonna be heading south. But you can see this is pretty good stuff. I mean, it's, oh, y'all are complaining. You got tons of grass out there, but this is pretty good stuff. This is Kentucky 31 fescue. There's a little bit of bluegrass and some clover, and a little bit of, there's some orchard grass right there. That's orchard grass. So it's not 100% fescue, but right now, this time of year, the green, well, here's some bluegrass. That's all bluegrass. Okay. So, I'll tell you what, folks, this time of year, this kind of grass here will save your bacon. And we were in a drought year. You know, people, I get tickled. There's so many people that, I don't know, I guess they're just pessimists. They're not happy in life, and so they want to make everybody else miserable too. But they talk about, oh, Greg says he's in a drought. He's in a drought. Folks, they've got 3 ponds that are dried up. There's no water in them. I think that classifies as a drought. Oh, and by the way, the ponds that dried up, they don't have a leak in them. One of them does, the other 2 don't. But all the ponds are down. We just haven't had any rain. Don't you think it has something to do with maybe management? How do you grow grass like this and you don't get much rain? Well, we got some good rain. We got some good rain in August, and the rest of the year we didn't get any. That's not normal for Missouri. Typically we get, you know, you'll get a rain, oh shoot, maybe every couple weeks. 3 to 4 weeks is a long time to go without a rain in Missouri normally. But the last 2 years, it hasn't been that way. So we trenched the line, the new water line in over there, and we went down 28 inches, and there's nothing but talcum powder down there. There is no moisture. Now, they're saying we may get some of that white moisture. It is January 4th. So we could get white moisture. I wanted to dig down in here. Let's just see. Find a representative here. Got the green and the brown. Let's pull this back and see what's down in there. Yeah, look at that. Folks, that's solid earthworm castings. Look at that. This is the field that we counted 462 earthworms in one manure pile. 462 earthworms in one manure pile. Anybody know how long an earthworm lives? 7 years. You want to take a guess how many kids and grandkids and grandchildren and great-great-grandkids he can have in 7 years? It's 1.2 million. So if you take 462 earthworms times 1.2 million, you're talking some serious worm population out here. Okay? Well, right here, lots of orchard grass. There's hardly any fescue. I just saw orchard grass. They're gonna munch that. Still kind of got a little bit of green in it. But let's pull back right here. Look at that. Folks, it's the same thing. That's all earthworm poop. Earthworm poop. They're eating this dry matter that the cows trampled on the last grazing pass. They're eating that. And so people say when they, oh, but Greg, you're wasting your grass. You trampled it on the ground. Bull malarkey. We're not wasting the grass. We're feeding the soil. We're feeding the soil. Look at the cattle. They're fat. It's January 5th. They're fat. They're all packed in good condition. And by the way, these cows still have the calves on. We're probably harder on our cows as far as putting a little pressure on them by making them take the calf through the winter on the fat of the tail. So you get your cows fat in September, October, let them take them calves. Because what are you going to do with them in a grass-fed operation? If you take them out in, let's say, the end of September, a spring-born calf, what are you going to do with it? You have to kick it out here on the stockpile? It's not going to do very well by itself. It needs just a little bit of protein and energy. It's getting that from that cup full of milk. Those cows are boiling that little calf out. There's Goofy Blaze. She doesn't miss a trick. She's a wonderful guard dog for the house. Because anybody comes, we know it. There comes Rucker. Oh, they did push him through that fence. Did you hear that pop a while ago? Yeah, that cat's gonna go there and check him out. Like, what are they barking? So that would have been a spring-born calf, and he's done very well. He's fat. He's a fat little bugger. This is a paddock they're going to be coming into in about an hour. I'm not going to worry about it. The boys are going to roll this wire back. Yep, this is the one they're coming into tonight. So he just moved himself. So let's go look and see what I'm leaving behind. You can see what I'm going into. My goodness, I can do this. Folks, that's a manure pad. And something's been working on it. Oh, it's frozen. Yeah, it's cold out here. I was gonna open it up with my fingers, but I can't. It doesn't smell like manure. It smells like beautiful soil. Folks, the earthworms have already worked that manure pad over. It's gonna turn into soil. There's gonna be some really good grass growing right there. Because we don't use Ivermectin and pour our animals, we don't pour all this poison all over them. The earthworms devour our manure pads. If you're pouring all this crap on top of their back and they poop out that manure, you're killing the dung beetles and you're killing your earthworms. They're not gonna eat it. Those cows got into mud on their face. Oh, I know, there's a creek down there. The creek's actually got a little water in it again. I bet they're down there playing in that creek. This is our lead cow right here, 160. She lost her ear tag. We never put a tag back in it. We know who she is. But she's always the first one through when you move the cows. 160. She's a pretty good cow. So this is what we're leaving. Let's go over here and look. All the manure pats are stacking up really nice. You can tell by looking at the cattle. Oh, there's a beauty right there. Look at that. Folks, if your manure pats look like that one, I wish every single one of mine did, but they don't. There's one right over here. It's a little bit runnier than that. It's not too bad though. I'd rather them be a little bit runny than stacking up 5 inches tall. If they're stacking up 5 inches tall, your cows are not digesting your forage. And you can expect for them to lose weight. Yeah. So we're not putting in a back fence. The cattle can go back. There's nothing over there. It's already been fouled with their foot traffic. But look at this forage we're leaving behind. Now you're not going to see the castings as well because they stepped on them. They crushed them. There was some in there before they came in here though. Smashed them. Look at the cover. Do y'all see any bare ground? Do y'all see any bare ground out here? There isn't any bare ground. All you see is fat cattle. It's got calves on. The calves all look good. I don't see anything in here limited. Isaac and his team are doing a wonderful job. Boy, there's a nice manure pad. It all been in one spot. He's got 3 ponds in there. This is some of the civil pasture that we did 2 years ago. We came here and thinned out the trees, and believe it or not, there's actually some grass now growing down in those trees. So we went from growing nothing to growing something. And the trees are more healthier. They've got some space now to grow. And before, there were so many trees in there that nothing was growing. We cut some trees down there that were about 10-inch diameter. They had 70 some rings on them. They're 70 years old. They're just too tight. Competing too much. Yeah, the cattle look good. Look really good. These are all cattle that be calving in April, May. It's when the deer are dropping their fawns. That's when we calve. Look at all this grass. Man. We got the bull farm over there. We're gonna be taking all these bulls out. There's about 60 bulls in here. Young ones, just yearling bulls. They won't be yearlings, they're weanlings. They'll be a year old in April, May. So they'll be 10 months old. Anyway, we go through them, we pick out the really nice ones. We keep those as bulls, and then the ones that aren't as nice, we clamp them. Like this little guy here, 3122. He's a summer calf. He's just not very old, but you can tell that's not something you want for a bull. That would be, he'll make a nice little steer. Here's another one. There's a steer. I'll show you something. There's a bull quality right there. 389. He's pretty nice animal. Got a little bit of scurs, but they're not very much to look at there. There's a beautiful heifer right there. I saw another. Oh, there's a little white-faced bull. He's not too bad. Got a nice butt on him, good chest, beautiful haircut. He's pretty nice. There's a couple bulls. There's a bull. No, those are 2. There's a steer over there. That's Isaac's steer. He's over there fighting. They're playing. There's 2 bulls whipping up on that steer over there. Oh, there comes another bull and another one. Now there's gonna be 4 bulls whipping up on that steer. Folks, they're just playing. That's all they're doing. It's cool out here. The animals feel good, and they're playing. Nobody's gonna get hurt. They're just being boys. That's what they're doing. It's kind of neat to see actually how they get in a fracas and push and shove on. They push and shove on each other, and nobody gets hurt. Somebody's asking me, how do you put 70 bulls together and you don't have a fight? Well, it's because they're all born and raised together. They worked it out a long time ago. There's no fighting. They just don't fight. They might push and shove and play, but we've got 5 of our macho bulls in here, and they're cleaning up the summer born, the late summer. Those are the bulls. I'm sorry, those are the cows that calve late. And so we're going to have 2 distinct calving seasons. We won't have any calves from basically June all the way through till 1st of September. So no more summer calving. Yep. Oh, here's another nice looking bull. He's a dude. 173. Good looking bull. Thick, short legs, big gut, good set of testicles. He's just a good looking dude. There's 5 of them in here. Seen 2 of them. Well, my hands are getting cold though. I gotta stop this. But I just wanted to show you, folks, this, you know, here comes Steve's cow. Folks, this is Grandma. This is Grandma's daughter. Y'all remember Grandma. She made it 22 years. We had 20 calves. We had 20 calves in 22 years, and this is her daughter. So she would have been born in 2019. She was the 98th calf born, and she likes her head rubbed. I mean, I wouldn't do this to a bull. Folks, don't rub a bull on the head. That's stupid. You're asking to get knocked into next week. Because in that bull, you may have your back turned to him. He'll come up and he's just playing with you, and he'll throw you through the air 15 feet. You might get your back broke. This little cow, she's just a nice little cow. This is Steve and Cindy's. He's always asking me, Greg, how's 998? Steve and Cindy are our lifetime lease owners. Steve, there's 998. She is absolutely looking great. What a beautiful little cow. So that's Grandma. Grandma left one of her prized daughters, and 998 has a calf out here somewhere. Isaac could tell you the tag number. I can't. You notice I'm walking right through the middle of my cows, and there's bulls in here. And they're with cows. It's not dangerous. That's because we got rid of all those years and years ago. If you have an animal, let's see, here's another one of those macho bulls. Watch this. I'm going to walk up to him, and he's going to yield. See, he walks off. That's what you want. There's another macho bull. He's bigger too. Look at that dude. God, it's a beautiful animal. Folks, they've got to walk off from you. If they stand there, like, you know what, I think I might whip you. Well, that's a bull that shouldn't be on your farm. Because if you use that bull, he's going to give you sons and daughters that are mean and nasty like he is. The fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. And so just don't use, you know, if you got a crazy cow that tries to charge you, knock you down. Some people say, well, Greg, she's just being protective of her calf. Well, I'm sorry, but as you get older and you go there to take a cow and she knocks you down, she's pushing you across the top of the pasture with her head in your chest, and you've broken all your ribs and you can't get your breath, and you die. Was it worth it? Was it worth it that the cow knocked your grandkid down and hurt them? Was it worth it? Absolutely not. Folks, these are the way cattle should be. These darn things don't give a flip about me. They're just not concerned because they know I'm not going to hurt them. And they're not going to hurt me. Boy, there's that beautiful bull calf. He is a beaut. That may be the best bull we've ever raised. He is a beaut. Man. And no, he's not for sale. he will be eventually I'm sure he's going to make that macho class unless something weird happens, but he'll be for sale as a 3-year-old. Yeah, all these cows are waiting. They're like, where are the boys at? They'll be here before long. They'll be rolling this wire up and you'll all be happy again. But they're not, you look at the cattle to tell if they're full or not. You can look at this side right here. It's always on the left side of the animal. And right there where that pin bone is right there, that hump right there. In front of it, if it's sunken in like a cereal bowl, you should have moved them cows. You didn't give them a big enough area. You've limited your animals. If you continue to do that, they're not going to breed back. And if you continue to do that, you're going to get pink eye in a lot of your calves. And your cows can get pink eye. You continue to do that, you're going to get fescue foot. You're going to get foot rot. All the stuff that comes along with cow diseases is because you're limiting them. You're not giving them enough to eat. Hey, old 58, where'd you get mud on your face from? Well, that one's tame too. Some of them don't want you petting their head. That's Isaac's. Isaac Tappington. This is Isaac's cow. He picked out a pretty darn good one. You're a pretty thing. 2020. She's coming up on her second calf. Bred her as a 16-month-old heifer. Well, there's a nice one. Whew. I don't know, I make a lot of people mad talking about cow size. And I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to help you folks. And I don't care if you buy a cow from me or you buy it wherever you buy it, but I'm going to tell you straight up, the money's in the forage. Did y'all hear that? The money's in the forage. And if you got animals that can make it on forage alone without having to feed them breeder cubes and all that other crap, you're going to make some money. But if you got to go buy all these supplements and constantly be feeding your cows all this stuff to keep them up going, you're in trouble. You're not going to make anything. All you got's an expensive hobby. That's what you've got. You know? Boy, there's a beautiful manure pat right there. Look at that one. Woo! That one brings cold chills down the back of my neck. Man, that is beautiful. Whew. Can't make a cow pat. Folks, that's on stockpile. These cattle are on stockpile. And it's January 4th. They're looking good. We grew this with very little rain. It's because of management. So, yeah, check out our grazing school. We just put the dates up. Ian's going to be back from Africa, and we're going to be holding it here at Green Pastures Farm. Go to our website, you can sign up, and we're also having a beginner's grazing school the following week. It's a 2-day. The one with Ian is a 3-day. It's called the Advanced Grazing School. So probably hope to see some of y'all there, and y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next time.